Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mansillon. I'm called to return to speak briefly about transcendental psychology, the power of the intention. For in the third dimension, it is our mind, essentially mind, emotion, plus our thoughts, mind and emotional thoughts, as well as our words and our deeds that control this whole program of reality with a mirror of cause and effect. But as we move into the astral plane, we realize it is all about the intention through the world of a relationship. So it's like, but sometimes my higher mind is showing me my intention, putting words and frame it into a consciousness that I can understand beyond my own intention. And sometimes it's like I feel like I'm fighting my own higher self on some things, not all, but some certain things that are very, very delicate and really hard to integrate. But it is very important to follow your heart. Your heart is your only guide, your master. You have a master guide, you have a monad, a spirit groups, and you have a divine I am creator presence. Those are your only guides. I'm just offering, I'm called to speak about the spirit, to represent a certain wisdom in the understanding of what is to come in relationship to the ascension of the planet. For the scenarios will continue to unfold, the dark scenarios. I'm sorry, maybe there will be cosmic event that will change that, but we shouldn't expect. It's much better to focalize on our own freedom and truth and liberation than to wait for the humanity to be liberated, because it will take, I think the window of opportunity will probably close around 2029. It's like there is still 5 years of transition to allow the awakening of the mass population. And for that, we'll be in play to assist them with that. Because there is the heavy and the light, and there is people that are really heavy and the people that are really light. For this universe, for millions of years, there were galactic wars with very, very powerful beings that were like wanted to dominate the universe through violence, and then they colonized, essentially we call them the Anunnaki, the family of Anu. And and those beings eventually ended up on Nibiru, as we know, some people know. But the hybrid, they colonized thousands and thousands of worlds, and they forced the women of each world to hybridize with them. So there's like a great so there's not one race. It is, but those beings have, Anu, as far as I know, in the 90s, it's just surrounded the program, and they knew there's still a lot of negative extraterrestrials in the universe, but less and less and less, because the frequency is rising, and some of the ruling families have really decided to let go of that program of domination of the world. There's still a lot of extraterrestrial negative technologies that will really, sometimes we wake up and we feel like very low energy. It is not, and then we blame ourselves because of this, because of that. But in truth, it's the psychic attack, because the Anunnakis realized, and they forced all kinds of light beings to solve their programs. And so some of them now they are returned to the light, but it was really tense for a long time, for thousands of years on this planet. They realized that humanity would outgrow them, would ascend, would create a spiritual connection far greater than they could ever dream of. And so they were really scared of that, because we have this I am presence, and they were really scared of that. So the prime directive was to keep humanity in the third dimension, through fear, through conflict, through low vibes, through opposition, through illness, through death, through intimidation, through all kinds of ways. So now we need to liberate ourselves, and for that we need to follow our higher self. Sometimes the deep inner connections are very, very strange. I mean, it's like I'm still trying to integrate something. I'm just trying to move beyond judgment, and we need to see beyond the black and white, the judgment of the black and white, to realize that it's only one life in motion. Because even the intention sometimes, because there is the physical plane, but then there is the astral, emotional, intellectual plane that we're growing within. And for that, there is a lot of activities and tension and dynamism and change. And then there is the deeper level where the soul and the spirit already have this serene, clear vision of what needs to come. So it is very important to continue to imagine, to visualize, to dream, to really create a beautiful vision of reality, and for it's very, very essential for the future of humanity, regardless of the fact that some negative scenarios will continue to play out for the unawakened. So it's like it's very, very difficult on the to be on the earth, a fifth dimensional being, because on the fifth dimension the mind always follows the heart and the intention. But here it's very, very hard to balance out the divine and the human, the eternal and the temporal. And so very few humans have achieved that. Those are called the ascended masters. But it's all about self-love. Huh? So continue to cultivate this sense of balance between your heart and integrating all your aspects with love. So the key to do that is maybe one of the key for it's like, I'm just offering pointers, see what resonates with you, but there is desires. The body of desires will always ask for more. They will always propulse us to a new reality. For it is the engine of evolution. It comes from source. But but source is all inclusive. Source will provide desire that come from the body, the repetitive habits and so on, from the subconscious, and they provide desire that are led by the soul. Understanding the desires that, and this time of transition, and the desire from the body will lead to pain, suffering, and frustration and delays. But the desire from the soul will create liberation, pleasure, satisfaction, enjoyment, and because that is really what is wanted by the soul now. And this experiment of ascending in fifth dimension in a physical body on a collective level, in a shadow matrix, is something that's never been attempted before. We're already breaking new ground just being here each and every day, facing energies that are really serving the whole universe and even the multiverse. I know God is very, very attentive to all that is going on. He's studying our reaction to all things, and we are assisting in this power personification of the Supreme. For the absolute deities will never change. Something that is absolute cannot change. But there is an experimentation of learning through experience that, for all is God, that is every time we move back to the source, we move back to the love, to the divine unity, we become a facet of the consciousness of the Supreme Being, when all beings will have completely integrated truth, beauty, and goodness, the values of supremacy, the Christed consciousness. Then the Supreme, it's not for tomorrow, it'll take a while, but the Supreme will actually come out of paradise and become the ruler of all the grand universe, the seven super universe of time and space. And from a spiritual plane point of view, there is something strange I realize, is that in my life, in my situation, it is often a chance. First, I have to say that I have this blessing in my life, that I have chance to meet in person the Universal Father and the Eternal Son. But I have not met yet the Infinite Spirit. And so, you see, in my life, it is often the Universal Father in person that is ministering certain aspect of my life, rather than, I would think, that the Spirit is the minister of the Father and the Son's plan, the eternal plan of creation. So it is still a mystery. So we very much have to integrate all our imperfection. For in the past, the great ascended masters and that reached the angelic point, eliminated 100% from their consciousness any aspect of darkness. But here as soon as we have 50 of the new karmic agreements were made so that humanity could actually succeed in the ascension, is that as soon as we have 51% of our intention, of our thoughts, of our reality positive, we can start the ascension. And so now we need to integrate darkness and light, transmuting the darkness, supporting the light. So it is very, very important. Call on your master guide. It's very important, for it is all about balance and harmony, rather than trying to impose this is how you're going to do it, this is how you're going to ascend, this is what you have to do. It's like, no, it's like follow your passion, what is it you love, and the more you love, the more you and love is not as limited for human consciousness as they have a very distorted view on reality. For instance, they consider sexuality something completely evil that you need to hide, and that is perverse, when it's actually one of the greatest gifts that God gave the children of the universe. Yet violence is like something completely acceptable. We like extreme violence. I have to constantly on the social media to say, no, I don't want to see this. It's like offensive. They're showing me videos and things that are completely offensive and that are really, they don't realize, of course, Father, forgive them. They know not what they do, but we'll do what we can to assist them. In the meantime, just continue to align. I thank you so very much for your presence and for your donations if you can. It really helped me. If you want a private session, you can send me an email. And thank you for supporting the channel. And if you have any suggestion as far as the subject you want me to address, just feel free to leave me in the comment section and to share. Also, sharing is very important. We're all here to share. It's all about sharing. This life is all about sharing. We only can share what God gave us. And then the more we are able to share, the more we are able to receive. But right now, we're just integrating new level. And it's like we don't want to be... and the card of the day is the card of mystery. It's called why. Why? Once we possess the why, then everything becomes clear and we can get a sense in things. But sometimes the why can be mysterious. I hope you find the why. And this is what the mirror of engine in the movie Matrix was saying. It's like cause and effect is like nothing. It's like why? What is the intention? What is the purpose? What is guiding the flow? Why? What is the understanding? Yet at some point we can just let go. If we move into the receptive mode, we'll get the whys. The card of the day is, from the Akashic perspective, is the arts. I can't paint, but I decided I'm going to start drawing. Because it's like I have to do something, and in the meantime, I'm only doing what I can from here. As soon as I'm being the door open, I'm going to be able to implement many programs that will be quite wonderful. I know it is coming, and although there is still a great deal of mystery that surrounds all of that which is to come, for like on a personal level and on a collective level. For God loves surprises. He likes to surprise us. And all will have to face the great light. So make peace with yourself, make peace with your Creator. Mea culpa for all that we did, and to forgive ourselves and to forgive others. Because in truth, there is nothing to forgive, because none of this really existed. Once we'll move back into this eternal this eternal I am, we will realize that all this was just an experience in time. It wasn't as seriously. If people would stop taking things seriously, we could definitely move into a joyful state and find compromise and cooperation and start to rearrange things. But there is all this removal of all the... we need to remove the controllers and their puppets there's a lot of puppets, the reptilian puppets on the stage government, and so we send them love and light, and we're over with their programs. That's all. It's like the new age is coming. The new golden age is preparing for itself. So the observer of the day, I'm going to read the chakras, not for the earth, but for you, for us collectively. And the main chakras, we have hundreds of chakras, it's energy centers within our physical body and astral body. So the card of the day is very much about serenity. It's about finding this inner position of peace and joy, peace and serenity within ourselves. And so I'm going to pull those cards and see for 9 cards. Up. At the root, at the base, here we have the devil, we have the ally, we have the subconscious, and it is the card of the subconscious in the place of the subconscious. We do need to clear up the subconscious to release the desire of the ego to move into the desire, because the demons and all the negative, the lower energy have been controlling humanity through the body of desires. So it is very important to transcend, to overcome, and it is our ally. It needs to be integrated lovingly, and at which points we're going to find the cremation ground. We're going to be able to move into a new reality, to let go of the illusions of time, and to transcend. It's about meditation, finding this peace. But the root base needs to continue to send love and light, accept what comes up. But I understand it's not all that comes up from the base is natural. There is a lot of artificial intelligence that are playing out their plan to keep humanity as low as possible, and they've been doing that for millions of years and thousands of years on this planet. On the earth plane and the astral plane is the chakra, the sacral chakra is about 1.5 inches below the navel. Is this sacral chakra, the chakra of harmonization and sexuality. It rules all of the planes of the astral planes, the physical plane, and it's ruled by Saturn. And here we have the elixir fruit, the essence, the desire to have the best life possible, to test the best things out of life. We have to realize that we need to follow our own passion. We need to follow our own soul, our own love, our own light, rather than to subject to mental conditioning. A lot of the mental conditioning of the value of right and wrong in society were actually opposing the truth of God. Like I can just to talk about take one example on social media. I keep saying, closing in a post that are extreme violence. It's completely acceptable to show violence to anybody. Extreme violence. I say this is offensive. I don't want to see it anymore. But then when it comes to sexuality, we need to hide our body. We need to hide even images, sexual images. There's nothing wrong about that. Some people may just get too absorbed within that, but our sexuality is the most beautiful and the most sacred thing God has given us, and it's like to demonize sexuality is like a crime against humanity. To be true, to be real, I'm not even talking about commitment and children and family. I'm just talking about the joy of unity, of fusing, of becoming one with another in order to access greater cosmic understanding, greater union of soul and spirit. So there is a need for discrimination when we have discard of the elixir fruit, the essence. Yet we have this desire to test that which is best for us, and our soul will always guide us towards that. Our solar plexus, cards are very different than in a French reading. Our solar plexus is our power center. It's ruled by Jupiter. And here we have a little bit of melancholy, nostalgia. It's called the White Lady, the Mother of Pearl. So do not get gloomy. We have to really accept that the best is yet to come. There is a new future that is coming. And from there, our power center needs to be reactivated to serve our creation, to serve our power. So it's like accepting the cleansing process, the purification process, at which point we're going to have the self-created, the power of the strength and the love and the passion and all of that. We have to trust that everything will fall into place, regardless, because it's very complicated. What's being prepared for me, what's playing out is extremely complex. I don't really know how I could make it work, mostly on the family and sentimental level, but I have to accept that somehow everything will work out. It's been very challenging, but then we move into the heart. Those are the creative chakras, and we move into the heart that is neutral. Well, the heart is in totally banana. It's like, yeah, we're not quite clear yet. So it's the absurd, it's okay to not understand, to be totally banana, and then because the wheel of fortune is coming, and there's going to be the wheel of great time. A lot of things are going to be changing for the better and forever. So it's like, for now, just take it easy. I would recommend in terms of the heart, and it's okay to be totally bananas, to think outside the box, to think outside the norm, because even if we create a timeline that is not appropriate, it will not manifest. We are protected in this time. It's not like everything we think, everything we envision, everything we fear will manifest, or everything we love. But what we love will have more chance to manifest because it is aligned with the higher path of the planet. What we communicate on the fifth chakra, that's ruled by Chiron, it's everything that we communicate as well as everything that comes into our body. Everything we communicate, will either accelerate or slow down our frequency. Just as the same thing with what we eat. So it's like here we have Isis, the great mother, Isis. So it's very much a card of intuition, a card of power, a card of to be sensitive, to be this D card of intuition. It is really to understand that everything will not be revealed at once. It will be revealed progressively. Then what we see in our third eye, in our vision center, that's ruled by Neptune, is for the third eye is very mysterious. For me, I'm guardian of a higher vision since early 90s. So it's been a long time that my third eye is open, and I'm constantly bombarded with energy. Now it's like a lot more vast. But I see people. I see a lot of people that for many years I would just see people woman, maybe, that just goes through that I don't know, and the situation, and sometimes it comes, but it comes in many ways. We have to really follow our intuition and try to see that, to understand, once you open your third eye, that everything that comes through there is, you can use it to look into something, but the most powerful is to allow the wisdom, the ministry of God, to balance out the energies. And there is always a balancing out of energies, yet it's always taken from our intention, and sometimes our intention is not on the highest level, so it is all projected within the quantum field. So it is, the more and more we're going to be able to align with that which is, to call on this higher I am that I am, to be the only expression within our life. But there is all process of integration, of deconditioning that comes from the root. Is the Li. The Li is really our Li, but it doesn't feel like it. But it's really, we need to balance out, integrate. It's very rare. There's so few people that are actually able to integrate their divinity and human nature in this highest potential. But it is part of this is the project. It is the achieving this harmony to move into this higher dimension of the fifth, sixth, or whatever dimension, where the harmony is always there. The mind is always within the flow of the heart, for the heart is really the only guide. This is how we came here. We were led to this solar system by the heart. We was on a compass and a map and say, you go there. No, it's like we just moved. We were like a group of five, and we came from our home world into this. We were attracted to these solar systems, and now we're here. Well, I don't know if my other counterparts are incarnated. I don't think so. I think I'm the only one they sent down here. It's like sometimes it can be a weight, but we'll see. There is definitely a tribe, a soul connection, soul group that will bring us tremendous feeling of well-being as the whole tribe will be gathered together. So this is one of the special gifts the Creator reserves for this coming times. What we see before us is in our third eye, the sixth chakra, is the heart seat and the empowerment. It's really about taking accepting the responsibility of your choice, and learning from moment to moment to be in the wisdom, to see the light in things as they present themselves. It's not something we can accelerate. It's not something we can force. It is not something we have to be kind and to be gentle with ourselves, yet there's sometimes we need to be firm. And as long as we follow the heart, we follow our spirituality, the power will be well handled, because it's the power in the hands of immature soul that will create abuse of power. There's so many abuses of power in this world. It's like justice is going to be restored. It's going to be very brutal on some souls, to see the great light and have to face the consequences of their action. It will be, I'm just going off script here, and another higher chakra, the seventh chakra, that's which connects the microcosm to the microcosm to the microcosm. It is the mother's milk. It will really represent the inner and outer success, but within the matrix. For it's like success within the matrix and success in the higher planes are two different things. That those are not the same qualification. So there is a need to return to the great one and to the great source. Then we have a earth chakra that's like below our feet, and here we have fun that is coming. We had that on the soul star chakra in the French reading. Amusement. There's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be able to play. We're going to be able to enjoy ourselves, whichever way we need, whichever way that feels right. And it's all about feeling and to be guided and to allow. But it will be fun. And what comes to us from we have this star chakra that is. And here's the chameleon, which means we're still learning to concord, to adapt, to blend in, to embrace all those aspects of life that could be so foreign to our own consciousness. It's like there's people that have lifestyle and on this world that are completely in opposite of what we seek. And yet I'm called to accept a certain person that has a lifestyle that is completely, all our values are completely opposing to mine. It's like I can do it, but Spirit says we have no choice. So it's like, I don't know if it's a karma. I'm going to finish with this song that talks a little bit about that. It's a soul connection that just doesn't work, and so we hope that in some future life it will actually make sense. Well, the song is a bit relative to my story, not all that he says, but there is certain parallel. It's called Wild Horses. The doves. Childhood living, it's easy to do the things you wanted. I bought them for you, graceless lady. You know who I am. You know I can't let you slide through my hands. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. I watch you suffer a dull aching pain. Now you've decided to show me the same. No sweeping exit or off-stage lines could make me feel bitter or treat you unkind. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. You know I've dreamt you a sin and a lie. I have my freedom, but I don't have much time. Faith has been broken, tears must be cried. Let's do some living after we died. Wild horses, we'll ride them someday. Wild, wild horses, we'll ride them someday. Wild horses, we'll ride them someday. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. There is certain things we can't just brush it off. It's like it's there. Even if it makes you suffer, it is there. It is present. It's like you can't really. You have to deal. We have to deal with whatever our soul has. Because there is, I'm sure, there's some deeper meaning and level to all that we've been through. And sometimes it is not so obvious at the time we're passing through. But there is this great feeling of freedom and joy and liberation that is more and more before us and can be felt. We don't have to wait for the political stage or the financial stage. If we're free financially and if we are called, we can assist in this world of organization of society in a new system, new world. But that's probably what there will be people that will be called to do that, and all nations, all countries, all culture, because they can't really remove the puppet of the dark government until the replacements are there with enlightened people in all countries. So even if everybody's ready, but there's one country where the light workers are not ready, it's gonna create well, God is the only one who has all the ins and outs. He's the only one that sees all the beautiful and the ugly. He knows the beautiful and the ugly, the heavy and the light of the earth. He's the only one that truly knows all that is on the earth. Huh? So it is the more we stay humble before this consciousness, and we realize that our Father in heaven has nothing but love for us, and so we will be able to continue to reestablish this line of communication where we'll be able to be guided towards that fusion. The highest, the observer of the days, the dreams, continue to imagine, to cultivate your dreams, to envision, to protect this higher vision. The more we are able to project some positive vision, some positive idea into the quantum field, into our mind, it's very essential to the creation of the new world. For if there was not enough people that created that vision, humanity would be gone already for a long time. In the true sense, so it's very essential to continue to cultivate those positive visions. The highest wisdom is to live. For it's like Spirit was talking to me about my luggages today, so I'm saying, well, it will only take me 15 minutes to get them ready, and I'm ready to go. So it's like there is a great shift, a change, a departure. What we need to understand is communication, to be open to receive communication, to be ready to receive communication, as well as to continue to communicate. It is very essential to communicate, not to push our thoughts or to push, but to communicate and to be light about it, positive about it. What we need to do is action. There's a great deal of action that are going to be taking shape, and there is we're like ready to move. Sometimes thoughts is a form of action, and just intention and thought and emotion are very powerful when they're not contradicted by when there is no opposing force. Just from simple thoughts, we'll be able to move mountains someday. And the outcome will be enthusiasm, and we're going to be really happy. I can see it, I know it. Spirit keeps telling me that I'm going to be so happy in this new phase, and it's like, for now, I have to be happy now in order to already enjoy that freedom, already enjoy this abundance, already enjoy that loving connection, even if the manifestations are yet to come. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I thank you so very much, and I wish you a wonderful day. Salut.